Hi guys, this is a little tutorial on how to use Keynote for sports. So I did an article at the start of June on how England might play off 10 and how Eddie Jones might introduce that in their Portugal training camp. So in that article I demonstrated using 2D animation made in Keynote and how players use those running lines and where they should stand and how to learn the moves very quickly. So I had a few people ask me, is it difficult to do? How did you do it? So I decided to make this video. So this is going to be a great solution for lots of teams. So if you had a new player coming into camp, if you had a little video playbook of your moves, if you're introducing a new move, it's a good way to demonstrate it. And then as well as that, if you are a representative team or a county team where you mightn't have as much training time with the players, this is a great way to get your moves and things like that done off the pitch. So when you have the players on the pitch, you can be a lot more active with them and not spend your time having them standing around while you explain where to stand and where to go, because you already have that done. So what we'll do now is we'll just make a new slide. So add slide, and we'll get rid of that. So first I'll take you through just how to create shapes. So we go here, create shape. So you have your circles, your arrows, etc. So we'll make that a little bit smaller. So you can do that like that, or you can adjust them as well. If you go to format, arrange, you can make that, let's do 65, constrained portions. I mean, it stays in that circle shape for us. And you can adjust the position finally here as well. So we got style, we can change the colors. And if you double tap it, we can add a 10, and we'll go back here and we'll just make that bold as well. So from here we can copy and paste. With your double click, your right click, depending on how you set it up, and double click, you can change the text. Another way to do that is if you go Command C, Command V, you can paste even quicker. So we'll do something similar for the opponents. We'll just change the color. So what I tried to do with these is I tried to make it white background unless there's a good reason to put pitch positions on it. It just adds to the distraction. The whole benefit of 2D is that it simplifies everything, creates no distractions. It means all the learning points are very targeted and it's easy to show in this. But another thing you can do to add a little bit more of a dimension to it is if you want to put, it'll be relevant for the 12. So if we just get this guy here, we send to back, and then we'll give it the same color, which I believe is that. Yeah. So there you see that could be his shoulders, and we can group them together so they always move together in a range. And then when I showed this move, so sorry, I'll get rid of that text. So when we do this move, which will look like this, and we can copy paste that arrow. When we move, you can use the keys to move these finally as well. What I like to do is when a person will have the ball, I like to make their arrow a little bit thicker and use these guys as normal thin arrows. And then also for a pass, I like to show it without an arrowhead and dashed. And then you can similarly do another arrow for the 12 and maybe do it in a different color. I have a little saved ball animation. So I can drop that in there. And I'll include that in a link at the bottom so you can steal that for yourself. Start that with a 10 there. And so now that we have all this, what I'll do is I'll copy and paste the slide itself. So we keep hold of that, that's the move. And now what I want to do is I want to get rid of the arrows. So that's a little bit, so it doesn't look as bad when we do the move. So what we do is just a build out. So you go animate, build in, action, build out. We'll just do dissolve. It's a simple one. You can use all sorts. You see they're going one by one. So we'll just get them all to go after previous build. And unselect the first one, and then we can go with previous build. You can see here, so I went from gaps to lines to nothing in between. So now if I showed you a preview of this, they all disappear at once. So with build means at the same time. After it'd be sequential, on click would obviously be clicking each time. So once we have that, we have a bit of a guide now on where we want our guys to go. So instead of build out, we're going to go action, and if we go move, the default's always to move to the right. Basically we can just point them, put them where the arrows are pointing them to go. So move, move. And you see this little plus here, that just means you can do the next move from that one. So we know we want the ball to go back then to the 11. With the 12, again move up to here. And with the 11, we'll move him up to here. So now this is going to be a bit all over the place when we play it. So you can see we just need to add that order in a bit. So instead of these having gaps, we want the 10 and the ball's first movement to go at the same time. So we go with build. We want the 12 and the second pass to go directly after that. So we'll make that after build. We'll make build 8 with build 7. We want the 8 to go with that as well. So now we preview it, it should look a little bit smoother. There we go. So as you can see, more or less shows what we want to show. Now I said I'd come on to this 12. So as you can see, he's got his shoulders, and most people know this move will know you're trying to read and isolate this guy to see how he fixes. So what I'll try to do here is add a move. So I'm moving a little bit forward, and then we'll also add an action again. I'll move this so you can see, and a rotate. So we'll make them go together. And I reckon we want to stick this in here with these guys as well. So if we look at it now, there we go. So you see he's coming on the 12. And that's how you can do a little bit on the rotate. So from here, if you were doing some other line out move, for example, or anything where you wanted to show a jump, you can go in here and there are two options. So you have pulse and you scale. Pulse is like that, like a little heartbeat. So you just reduce the number of pulses to 1. I'd probably take this percentage up to 140 and maybe go after a second and a half again. Suit yourself on that. And there you go, that's what a little jump looks like. And then if we were to get rid of that and make it a scale, is that scaled down, so we'll just make it scale up. And then we'll add another one, scale, I'll change it back to 100. And now when we preview, we'll have to just play the whole move just so you see it. There you go. There's the scale and the scale down. Again, obviously in build order. Just have that go directly after that, and then you're in business. So that's it in terms of how you use it. One of the advantages of using Keynote over PowerPoint is this little feature here. So when you go to File, you go Export, you can go to QuickTime, and you can have it self-playing. So say next slide after 4 seconds, next build after 2 seconds is fine. When it's just these 2D animations, I recommend formatting down as small as you can, because they're just dots. It doesn't require good pixelation, and then you can send it on smaller forms and stuff like that in different compression softwares as well. Just save some memory in your computer. If you're adding video over the top, as I did for the England ones, then yeah, you probably might want to look at doing a higher quality format. But that's me. Let me know what you thought of this video. I'll hopefully be producing more like this, and let me know what else you want. I'm running a survey at the moment where you can win a free book of your choice for under £20, €25 or $25. So you fill that in, I'll get a better idea what kind of content you guys want, and I'll keep producing better stuff for you. So best of luck, and good luck with your teams for the next week or two. I'm sure there'll be a few Christmas breaks and the likes, but best of luck.